gonna go to the obvious hiding place. There is a PET down here. And so, yes, that's right. I stuck it in the one obvious place, which is probably a good idea to hurry to get the binoculars back there. And yet another bomb area. And nope, we're not allowed to go to there quite yet. And these actually seem to combine the previous two enemies, so that's actually not bad, because I actually did get a couple more of the heat shot chips like I said I would, just 2 more heat shot Gs. Good grief, those things do not move. I love how stupid the first enemies are. Oh well. Yep. There's another heat shot G. Yeah, I can show you all my folder now I'm thinking about it. Yep. There they are. I would still like to try and do a program advance, but not yet. I also want to try and use time bombs, because I'm actually a fan of that chip. And I don't use that often. Alright, and as you can guess, if you go up those 2 places, then you're gonna get bombed off as well. And speaking of being bombed off, hold on. If you're seeing a difference in the volumes, you should, because I finally moved my thing over a little bit more. So, yeah, let's just leave. I see no real reason to fight them guys. I'm not really gonna get much. I'm trying to move my microphone so that you can actually hear my commentary as well as the gameplay, because my commentary has been kind of loud the past couple videos, as opposed to my gameplay, which is kind of quiet for some reason. Another panel grab, but we've already got one of those. And any more explosions you like to show us? Well, there's our answer. And, yeah, more of the same, really. Get rid of this guy. I don't know why I wasted that attack plus 10, but I did. I'm glad I know there's a power-up coming soon, otherwise I would be enraged. Why make chip combinations? Why not? So, yeah. Oh, sure, now you give me about 70,000 heat shot Gs. Ugh. I don't know why the game was being so mean with giving me those before, but it just was. So, yeah. And need to wait for this guy to come up to the front row, so that we can kick it in the back seat. No, not like that. I don't really like that song anyway. Good grief, are you kidding me? After that small amount of grinding I did, and all that money we got, which is actually getting us close to 10,000, which is not bad at all, really. I'm just gonna keep on going around randomly. I should have known that I was gonna get about 7,000 heat shot Gs. I really should have known. Alright, so over here you can still get this, and it's Reg Up 2. First Reg Up 2. Not quite enough to get the heat shot as my default, which I would like. But, you know, other than that, we can... How about we just leave and I'll just stop talking and hopefully nothing bad will happen. Alright, there we go. Some games I've been... actually, I'll tell more about later, but one game I've been playing so far is Hurried Quidditch World Cup, which I love, actually. And he says, it's a short-range bomb, so all of them should be in the vicinity. No duh, we've already gone 3 of them. And the person is probably carrying the last switch. So, most everybody's evacuated, so who could ever have stayed here? I mean, seriously, who? I can only guess. It's obviously that girl there. No. Come on. Think of this guy. He doesn't know anything about it. Well, let's try again. Well, I might know. Let's get suspicious. And he just decides to give up. Yep, he's the bomber. You seem nice, but you tricked us. Yeah, the thing is, he's a naturalist, but he's also kind of crazy about it. And he's, yeah, like I said, kind of crazy about it. And yes, that's right, that Quickman Boomerang isn't on his hat for nothing. He is indeed Quickman.exe's operator. And for some reason, he's allowing us to jack into his PET to try and stop him. Freaking villains, you should know now. Run, and don't try and up your ego or pride anymore. I mean, come on. Jeez. Think. And nope, we couldn't just go right over. And that's gonna block us off as well, so let's just get into another random fight. But that's actually a Medfire. You know, same name before I said is in charge of a meteor chip. Well, that should give me his chip. If it doesn't, I'll be impressed. Nope, Meteor 9. I've tried using those chips before. They're not very useful, though, because you plant a rod, and the rod randomly sends out Rod randomly sends out meteors that do good amounts of damage, but the thing is... Oh, that's actually good. I have 2 Cover 50s now. And the thing is that, you know, they actually home in, unlike the real Medfires who don't really seem to home in on you. They just kind of go randomly. And sadly, can't get over there. But I would like to show off the time bomb. Whoops. Yeah, you gotta wait for it to detonate, and then that happens. So, yeah, time bombs are actually pretty useful, but I never seem to use them past this area. Oh well, I like explosion. I like that kind of explosion chip. Any more explosions you'd like to show us? I mean, good grief. And there's another Medfire. This one, you're probably gonna see him hide behind that at the end. Yep. I'm telling you, I know these guys. Alright, time to use the heat shots I love. Bam. Yeah, it's kind of like a shotgun, but it's, you know, fire element, and it's actually stronger. Another Meteor 9. That's nice to happen. Oh my. I forgot that explodes as well. Time bomb. You gotta make sure that these things don't explode. Well, not explode. Prematurely detonate. Explode, what am I thinking? Of course they're supposed to explode. You have to show off any of my program advances though, that's kind of weird. I usually get a ton of them whenever I play my actual game. Like the one that's in reality, not on here. Yeah, that one. Oh, this is where I was supposed to go. I was running like, I'm trapped, what do I do? I'm not trapped, I'm just not being smart. There's a difference. I wonder if I can do this well enough so that whenever he hides behind that obstacle, because that's totally what it's going to do, I can do that. Alright, sure enough I was able to do that, I'm actually impressed. And do some damage on you. Yeah, I never really liked those viruses just because they kind of take up time. So, when the panels repair, bam. Probably won't give me either of their chips. Nope, just some more money, but money's actually a pretty good thing in this game. You know, money makes the world go round and all that. I think over here is an item. Yep. BugFrag. And I feel like I fought the same enemy about 5 times now. Now if I can get this timed correctly, I can get both of them. Hooray! Sorry my commentary is not really good right now. Actually, now that I think about it, I could talk about something while I'm just kind of exploring. Fettuccine Alfredo. Or as my sister calls it, the grown-up mac and cheese. Yeah, the thing is, I grew up on mac and cheese, so, you know, I knew eventually that was going to peter out. That's a power-up, by the way. I'm definitely going to use that to power up my attack. Oh yeah, about the levels on the Mega Man. When you reach level 100, it means you got all the power-ups and the HP memories and stuff like that. I almost got to use one of my program advances, but nope. Alright, time to go. Can I not move more than 5 feet without having to fight something? Thankfully, these spikies like to go right up there. And, yeah, it's kind of odd, though, that she would call it the grown-up mac and cheese, because, I mean, true grown-ups eat it a lot, but, you know, no one ever calls it the grown-up mac and cheese whenever you put something on. It's just when you eat it alone that people call it the grown-up mac and cheese. And by people, I mean my sister. Of course, I love my sisters, stuff like that. Alright, now if you can just line up real nice and pretty. Come on, there we go. Now I just need to make sure I hit this guy, and there. So, yeah, I do like fettuccine alfredo. I've gotten into a lot more than mac and cheese nowadays. And attack plus 10, kinda useful, but not quite as useful as other stuff is. And they're still making you take the roundabout way. I'm definitely gonna have to tell you all a story about roundabout ways whenever I play Bound Brick 4. Trust me, you'll know why. Come on, hide behind the barrier. I like using the Gour chips. I use it too much, and I'll explain why that's a bad thing later. Alright, going around the roundabout way. One more item. More money. Dang. Like I said, if you usually don't have a lot of stuff beforehand, you're gonna have a lot of stuff afterwards. And I might as well leave this Medfire. And I'm actually gonna use a sub-chip for the first time. Save my game. And here's the culprit, Quickman. Quite honestly, one of the worst bosses in Mega Man 2. And, you know, he's just kind of taunting us, but he's like, hold on, let's be idiots and actually fight these guys. So, Quickman seems to annoy everybody except me, because I don't really mind him as much, believe it or not. I mean, yes, he blocks everything if he's standing still, even if it's a time-freezing attack, and he does like to throw them boomerangs like that, but he does give plenty of opportunities to attack, especially, you know, most notably when he's moving. All I gotta know is, you gotta move. And the boomerangs come back. Hooray. He gets worse in later fights, just don't worry about that. So yeah, this guy's just more of a battle of attrition of sorts. And thankfully my charge shots are doing slightly decent damage. I'm gonna keep that because I actually like the program events you can make with this, and I'll start getting rid of stuff I don't need like that. I can't really hit him well though when he's doing the moving around. Dang it, too slow. By the way, you can use escape chips during forced Navi fights. And oh wow, I'm actually close to doing a program advance. Not quite yet though. I'd love to show off this program advance because this is how I beat him the first time in my real life game. Still not quite yet. I can get rid of a couple chips. Those chips aren't really that useful. Yeah, Rome Mithril kind of had an easy time. Oh, by the way, all his shots do too now, so hooray. Yes, I get to show off this program advance. Alright, what do you do? Guard asterisk. Dash attack. Guts man. I'll do this for insurance. Program advance. The GtsShoot. 400 power. It's early in the game. Watch this. He throws you and you do a 400 power to the enemy you hit. It's a very, very powerful attack for this beginning in the game. And so, yeah, it turns out he was actually the detonation program, which is kind of odd. You would think destroying him would actually stop the bomb, but it actually sets it off. Suicide bomber of sorts. And we somehow survived. And the danger music is playing even though we should be happy. And weird thing, Proto-Man deleting him is fine, but us, nope, it's not fine. Alright, so they took off the bomb, and us, and they actually destroyed the guy as well. I like this. How could they beat me? IQ 170. Your IQ 170 didn't help you this time. And yeah, they had to add that to make sure that it made sense that he was actually Quickman's operator. I would have gone away for you too if it wasn't you meddling kids and your Navi. Had to make the Scooby-Doo reference. And we're getting interviewed because, you know, we did great. And for once, these guys are actually wanting us to inflate our ego. And Chaw's the real hero, but he's kind of gone. And we beat the Navi, and he's still like, be proud, now. And, you know, they're saying, what will happen with this Gospel Net Mafia? This has been Rabita. And so, you know, mysterious villain scene. He's like, it's fine that they're gone. And so now, apparently, Dark's time to shine, air quotes, is here, so let's do it. And he's like, just pay me. So yeah, they're hiring mercenaries. And Mega Yawn. Apparently they have to do free research projects. That is a good question. Why do they have so much crap to do during vacation? I mean, it's vacation, I'm not doing anything. And so, shiny balloon, we actually got it, and chip data, yay. Foreign data. Translating it. Apparently he has Google Translate on there, which I've actually tried to use because since Super Mario 74 information is in German, I have to usually translate it, especially the guide. Yeah, I would love to have that actually, because it wouldn't allow me to do a very large document. It would just like go most of the way and then just stop. And so he's saying pen pals. That sounds like fun. And he's decided to do his research on the foods of the world. That wouldn't be a bad research project, actually. So, think of all the food we can eat. Alright, so, let's go home. But, first, let's actually explore a little bit, because there's some good stuff you can find in various stuff to jack into. Like I said, #1 rule of this game, jack into everything. If I can find everything first. This is a rig up one, which, you know, you kind of want if you want to get the maximum regular memory. And this actually introduces spiky 2s. And, yeah, they give out a stronger version of the heat shot, which I never seem to use because, like I said, after the second dungeon, I never really seem to use much of the chips you get in there. But, you know, I'm going to try and keep on using the heat shot until I find something else ready to take its place. And besides, I got to show up a program advance, what now? And as well as more money. Good grief, all this money. We're officially at over 15,000. And something else we should do real quick is go back to our home and we can actually jack into this now, because before it would say virus scans and all that other stuff. Now you can jack in. Kind of odd, but, you know, you can. This is a free unlocker chip, and what I understand after this, which is another BugFrag, which you kind of need, not really anything else in there, just, you know, enemies we've already fought. One last thing to do real quick before I end off this episode, though, is he can actually refight decks now. And he's already gotten support chip so that he can make his gut punches turn to rocket gut punches. Not so bad at first, but trust me, it gets worse. Oh yeah, be careful. He also likes to use a lot of area steals now. Airman should help me knock him down a little bit. I would love to use Guts Punch on him, because then that would mean he kind of kills himself. Hurry for logic. Yay. And here's the first area grab. He really likes to corner you in this one. Fun, isn't it? Well, my shockwave is better than your shockwave. Ah. How did I dodge that? Oh boy, I think... Oh, never mind. I was about to say he's going to destroy that. Speaking of destroying that, and there's that rocket gut punch, which, again, gets much worse later on. My favorite sword. Didn't really show off any electricity, but trust me, it's there. There's Guts, man. Gotta wait for my area to come back. Which I don't think was in the first game, actually. You never got your area back in that game from what I remember. And yeah, if he also slams on cracked panels, they just kind of go away. So that's not a fun thing to know. Well, go up against. Trust me, that gets worse in later games. And beating his V2 form gets us his V2 chip. Not quite as simple for Airman and others, but, you know, you'll see that later. We can upgrade him. Yeah, you see stronger chips not only get stronger, but they also take up more memory, so it's not quite as easy to put him as your default chip. Something I wanted to do real quick is capacity. Now that I have 13, I want to try and see what I can get now. I would like to... Well, personally, I would like to use Heat Shot, but for now I could go with area grabs. Because, I mean, attack plus 10's good for first little bit, but after that, not much. Alright, so guess I'll see you on next time as we do a whole lot more stuff. I'm going to have a lot of shopping money.